Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Manor Lords. I hope you're having a good one because I am so excited to be back. Things are going pretty well. We've had a pretty good start here in Heidervand. I'm assuming the W is like a V. Anyway, things are going pretty well. We have 12 months of food. We have 18 months of fuel. We have some timber. We have some planks. And I think the first thing we want to do today as winter approaches is make sure that my people are happy. We want to make sure that the Burgish plots have everything they could possibly want, because right now they almost do. If we can get them some church access, we can go ahead and we can upgrade these guys. We also probably want to pick something for the little vegetable gardens at the backs of these Burgish plots. So we could go for carrots, which will provide a medium yield of carrots, taking about 14 weeks to grow. We could do cabbages, which is a higher yield and about 18 weeks to grow, or beetroot, which is a low yield, but about 10 weeks to grow. I'm sort of thinking we do a mix of cabbages and carrots. I don't think we need a low yield. In fact, I think since we're doing okay with food right now, I'm almost tempted to say we just do cabbages across the board. The problem is we don't now have enough regional wealth to make that a thing, but in time we absolutely will, and that's totally fine. Now, what we can also do is go ahead and get them that church access that we're talking about. So if we go down here, we have a little wooden church. It's going to take, 5 timber, 20 planks, and 10 stone. But this guy can be built just about anywhere around here. And so I was thinking we could build it out this way. So it's sort of overlooking the water. You got to go through the forest to get out to church. I think that would be a great idea. So that's basically what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and speed things up just a little bit so we can get the planks that we need for this. We are at 14 right now, so we need 6 more. And we do have 20 timber sitting around, so all of our logs should be getting taken to the saw pit, which is what we're looking for. And of course, we have these upgrades going on, or we've already upgraded some of these Burgish plots, so we're going to have some new families coming in, meaning that whatever we build, we can manage to staff it nicely. Now, unfortunately, the storehouse is full. We would need 16 planks if we wanted to upgrade this guy, which is really annoying because I really want to use those planks for a little bit of, I want to use them for a little bit of a church, but I think we might have to use them to upgrade our storehouse. So I guess, we have 24 planks right now. I think storage is going to be a little bit more important. To be totally honest, we can totally get those planks back. It won't take that long to get them. We're up to 13 already, so another 2 logs go through the saw pit and we're going to be completely fine. I'm also slightly surprised it's not snowing already. It is late November. Ooh, this isn't good. People suffering from disease may stop working. Access to herbs may help speed up their recovery, while a varied diet increases disease resistance. So someone's a little bit sick. Now, what we can do, interestingly, is we can go to the forager hut, and if we get some money and we get some planks, we can build a herb garden, which will let these guys grow herbs, and we can use that for medicine. So we might want to consider the idea that our foragers are going to need a bit of an investment as well. But since we're here, since we have the stuff for it, let's go ahead and build this little church out here. And I think right here is kind of a cool spot for it. I think right about there is what I'm thinking. And then in terms of roads, we'll just do a little something that kind of curves through the forest. We can sort of connect it up to this guy is what I'm thinking. So right to about there. And that's going to give everybody what they're looking for. It's going to give them that church access. And it's going to mean that these guys can be leveled up to level 2 Burgish plots. And the cool thing with level 2 Burgish plots, as we've discussed, is that you can go in and put some other upgrades into these things. You can have it be a brewery. You can have it be whatever you want it to be, which I'm very excited about, but I don't think we're going to be doing that right away. It feels a little bit early to be doing something like that. What I will do, though, I think, is get some more cabbages. That seems like a great idea. I think some cabbages in here once the snow clears a little bit is going to be really good for us. And look at this. We've got the church coming together really, really quickly. Almost got all the resources out here as well, which you love to see. I love watching things get built in this game. I really do, especially in the snow. It's such a good looking game. The only thing, I know people don't like it in video games, and it's usually one of the first things that people turn off, even me. Aside from motion blur. Motion blur is like the one thing that I always turn off, especially for the sake of videos. But like a little bit of depth of field, right? Like having this in focus, but the background's super out of focus. It would look so good. It already looks so good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the game doesn't look good, but just a little something I think would be so cool for Manor Lords. But either way, this is up and running. It looks great. That should make people happy, and that's what we're looking for. Now, a little something that I am keenly aware of is that we have a very limited supply of tools right now because we're not making any, we're not buying any, we're not stealing any. So we're gonna have to make our own tools. Now, to make our own tools, we're gonna need a bloomery where we're gonna be smelting iron ore into iron slabs. And then we'll need a smithy where we turn iron slabs into tools. To make a smithy, apparently we're gonna be needing, what exactly are we gonna be needing right here? If we have a little bit of a look, I think rubble stone is something we're gonna be needing. So we're gonna need some stone gathering. Obviously, we're gonna need some iron as well. So we kind of need to go and have a bit of a look at the different industries that are available to us. So a stone gatherer camp is going to use a little deposit like this, which I am completely fine with. This is finite, it will go away, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world if we lose this stone deposit. So we'll build this guy right here. We are gonna want a mining pit, which is gonna live out this way. And I'm kind of wondering, could I build it on a road like this? Is that gonna be an option for that mining pit? It actually is, which is amazing. So I can put it around some other things. We'll go ahead and build it right there. And that can be upgraded into a deep sort of quarry thing. I can't remember what it was. Can be upgraded to a deep mine, allowing for indefinite mining. So that's going to be an indefinite supply of iron, which is exactly what we're looking for. And then beyond that, like I said, we are going to be needing a bloomery. We are going to be needing a smithy, and that's how we're going to get our hands on some tools. So the bloomery, I guess, could go next to the iron mine. I think that's probably fair enough. I think that seems like a sensible space for it. And I guess we'll speed things up a little bit and hopefully get all this built nice and quickly. I think what we'll do is make the stone gatherer camp a bit of a priority so that we can start getting that going, because we have no stone right now, and I know it's going to be used in some other constructions. I should also mention, we are at the point where we can upgrade our burgage plots, but they are going to want more things. They also generate more regional wealth, which is actually going to be huge for us, but I think I'm going to hold off. I don't want to rush that. I don't want to get too carried away. We will get some stone gatherers in here just so we can get that going. We will get the mining pit going as well. I think that's going to be a great idea, and we'll get someone in here. We also need 50. Oh, this is where we're going to need the burgage plots now. Is that extra regional wealth is going to be really huge. I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, we might need to make some upgrades now, is what I'm thinking. That might be kind of necessary, but we'll see what happens. We do have the stone needed for the smithy now, which is amazing news. So the smithy is going to go right next to the mine as well. And that's going to be, once everything's together and once we have enough people to work there, that's going to be a source of tools. And that's going to be really, really good for us going forward, especially once this guy gets upgraded, which I'm so excited about. But I do think what we might want to do here, first off, I need to be keenly aware of the fact that we only have 6 months of food available, and that makes me really nervous. I don't love the fact that we don't have a ton of food available. But I'm thinking that, well, once spring comes around, it might be farm time. It might genuinely be time to look into some farms. If we go into production, we can build farm fields. We will need a farmhouse, but we can then do something like a windmill where we can get flour and then do something like a communal oven where we can make different breads. We could skip the communal oven if we wanted to, because if we upgrade a burgage plot, well, we need a burgage plot with a backyard actually, but if we did upgrade a burgage plot, we could then put a bakery in the back of the... Oh, that might be a good idea. That might be a good idea to upgrade one of these and just get a bakery instead of a communal oven. I don't know what the benefit is. I don't know if a communal oven is quicker, but yeah, that might not be a terrible idea. I think regardless, and even with the fact that we don't have as much food as I would like, I do think we need more people. So I think a few more burgage plots in here might be a really good idea. I don't know how many to necessarily do, but I think something like that's kind of okay. I think we can get away with like 4 more plots. I think that'll be all right. They're a little bit bigger than the ones next to them, but I think we can work with that. And then we have the space at the back for, you know, artisan workshops or whatever it is we decide to do with them. I think that'll be a good idea. So we'll speed things up a little bit. Shouldn't take too long for those to get built. We do have people coming in, which is exactly what we're looking for. And these guys are largely happy with what they've got going on. So all things considered, we should be okay. I don't think we're going to be in too much trouble here. I do, however, think I will need to make some upgrades sooner than later because we really are going to need that regional wealth. Oh, the smithy's done. Okay. Well, that's good. So we're going to need people working in all of those as well, which is going to be a whole thing. But again, that's totally fine. I do want to check and make sure that the storehouse is doing all right as well. Oh yeah, the storehouse is totally fine. We're doing pretty good. We also have like 50 planks right now. So we're actually doing pretty well. I need to slow down and stop stressing is what I need to do. But in saying that, I do think fields would be a great idea. So fields, why did it just make that noise? Fields in Manor Lords need to be quite large to be effective, about 1 Morgan, but also take long to plow by hand. Remember to check ground fertility, as not all crop types behave the same. So emmer is wheat, by my understanding. Do we have rye fertility around here? We do. Okay, we don't have much is the problem. We really, we don't have much here. Smell, that's interesting. Okay, fire hazard. All right, elevation. Yep. So we're gonna be making rye, I guess, is what we're going for, because that's about the only thing that we can grow out here with any consistency. That's fine. I can make that work. I can totally make that work. I don't know how big the fields need to be for a tiny little place like we have here, but I guess I think what I'm gonna do actually is make the fields look kind of interesting. So this, what I'm about to do, is so unnecessary, but it's something I've done before in this game that I think looks really cool. So basically, I use roads to sort of create like the framework for my fields, essentially. So we kind of go around like this. We want to go a little bit less on the curve. And this lets me create fields that look like a little bit more natural, I guess. Like they look a bit more, they're not squares, basically, is what I'm getting at. Is this necessary? Absolutely not. Does it look better? Yeah, it kind of does. So we'll do a little road right there. And I think what we'll also do is a little road that sort of goes through here. And this space should be enough for a field. And I'm just curious to see how this works out, because it is good for rye, which is what we're wanting to grow here. So a little something like this. It's really annoying that it doesn't fill up that space properly. I don't love that. I don't. I need it to sort of fill the space, and it doesn't want to do it, which is really annoying me. Just come on, work with me here, Manor Lords. Give me something that works. Why would it do that? Oh, that's better. That'll work. Okay, so that gives us a field and farming. In order to begin farming, you will need both a field and a farmhouse. Families assigned to the farmhouse work the fields in accordance with the field's priority level. When crops are growing, they absorb nutrients from the soil, lowering its fertility and thus diminishing yield over time. To combat this, consider utilizing crop rotation or leaving the field fallow for a year to help it recover. So basically, we can turn on crop rotation. We can say that this year we're going to do rye. We can say that next year we're going to do wheat, even if it's not particularly good, and then we'll do fallow, and that'll be fine. So essentially, we now have a source of rye. We're going to need somewhere to process it, but this is good. This is what we're looking for. We also have a message. We've received reports of a band of raiders roaming the nearby lands. Should we track their steps? No, we'll be ready. We're not preparing for an attack. I'm not ready for that. I am not ready for an attack right now. That's not happening. Let's do another field. I think another field out here would be a really good idea. So we'll do a little something like this that kind of goes like up and around. It doesn't need to be absolutely huge, but just like a decent sized field, I think is going to be good for us. We'll come down to like, actually, you know what? Let's just go, I don't want to go through the stone right there, but I'll go kind of around it and we'll connect in right about there. And then what we can do is sort of divide this up as well. So we'll use this contour line and sort of follow it. And that's going to be where we divide up the this second field. And that gives us a huge space up here. But that's all right. We can hopefully build a decent sized field in here. It's not great for rye fertility. I didn't quite pay attention to what it was like for rye fertility, but that's okay. I don't love that we're kind of getting rid of all the trees around the church, but we can eventually, look, here's the thing. Cosmetics and detailing and design in this game are like, we'll get there. Absolutely. It's just not going to be, it's not going to be right now. That's going to be a thing way down the line. We can start putting foresters in all different places to get some trees like around this guy, but that's not happening right now. That's absolutely not happening right now. We will build a farmhouse though. We're going to need one of these guys. So let's build it. I want to say like here is kind of a cool spot. If we turn off snap to road, I can kind of put it like in the middle of everything. And then just like, I guess, yeah, I think right there is probably fine for the farmhouse. That looks all right. We can put some roads around it to kind of like, I don't know, make sure we don't end up with fields around it at some point. And that should be fine. So we'll do a little something like this, I guess, and kind of bring it down to there. And that looks all right. And the farmhouse is basically where people are going to work from. So they're going to go from the farmhouse to the fields and do their thing. And then from there, we're going to need a windmill. And the windmill is, its efficiency, I think, is based on how many tall buildings are nearby. So the windmill is going to be most efficient down here, I think. Just a little bit out of the way. I'm not against building it down this way. I think it could be kind of neat. I would like to put it kind of like in the middle of all the fields and stuff, but I don't think I'm going to get that choice. 90% efficiency is not great. 96% efficiency, 98%. Do I want to just put it on the hill? Do I want to, I kind of just want to put it up there. I'm not going to lie. I would like 100% efficiency. And I know I said that cosmetic stuff and decoration doesn't matter, but I think right there for a windmill is really, really cool. So we're going to build a windmill on the hill with 98% efficiency. And I think it'll go up once we, it should go up once we get rid of these trees, which is probably inevitable. So that'll be fine. That'll be totally fine. Now, in other news, we probably do want to look into upgrading some of these guys. Once they get fuel, we can upgrade it to a level 2 burgage plot. And this is going to be our bakery, is my thinking. Rather than building a communal oven, I think just having this guy do our baking stuff is going to be really good. So let's get you upgraded. And then once you're upgraded, which is going to look amazing. I'm so excited for level 2 burgage plots. I can't believe that we're getting them so quickly. But if we can do this, if we can pull this off, I mean, look, we survived the first winter. So if we can do this, if we can get the farmhouse built, which I think needs to be a high priority, actually. I do think we want to, you know, really stay on top of that. If we can make this work, we're going to be in a really, really good spot is what we're going to be. Because we can get these guys getting us some rye. We can use the windmill to turn it into flour. We can use the bakery to turn it into into bread, and we're not really going to have to worry too much about just relying on fish and just relying on mushrooms, of which we have none for our food. So this is going to be good, I think. I'm really hoping for the best. I don't know if I'm being naive in really hoping for the best, but I'm hoping for the best here. This thing's also coming together, which is great. It'll be really important to get some people working in here as quickly as possible. So as soon as this is done, which it's now done, we could upgrade it. I'll put someone to work in here. We will put an upgrade on it as well. That way we can use the ox to plow the fields if it's available. But at the very least, we should have at least one family going out and working those fields now, which is hopefully going to give us just a little bit of rye once the harvest season comes around. Also, this guy is still under construction. I thought it was done. I could swear I saw something at the top of the screen about this being finished, but I guess not. That's totally fine. Not the end of the world. I'll tell you what I will do. Let's get another family working in here. We still have one unassigned family, so the windmill is still going to be under construction, which is fine. And there we go. So now they're out there working. That's what we want to see. This thing is also finished, so we can go in and we can build ourselves a bakery, which I think is going to be hugely important. And also, this guy is now +2 in terms of regional wealth every month. And just to, I can't show you what I was talking about in terms of his needs. While there's construction going on, I have to wait for the construction to be finished. That's fine. That's totally fine. We'll wait for the construction to be finished, and then I can show you what a level 2 Burgage plot actually needs. There we go. So these guys kind of want 2 items, basically, in terms of foraged goods, or vegetables, or grains. They also want animal produce or fruit. They want clothing. They want church access, which will be a small stone church. They also want beverages. So, they're kind of demanding. Basically, they're kind of demanding. We're also going to have them focus on rye bread, because I think that's going to be, the only thing we're really doing. And I realize, I think this is now the difference between a bakery and a communal oven, is that I have to stay on top of the production. So whenever we have, this year it's just going to be rye. Next year it's going to be a bit of wheat. The year after, I think, is going to be a bit of wheat, and then it's rye again. So I think the communal oven just does whatever, whereas I think this I will have to go back and forth with. Also, is this thing, where are you guys? Where hold on a minute, what are you doing? Stonecutter waiting. I think we can unassign you guys and maybe just get rid of this thing, because I don't think we have any stone left here, which is totally fine. That was, inevitable. That was going to be a thing. We'll put them to work in the farm as well. Although we do have a windmill up and running, but I think we're okay not doing anything with the windmill right now, which I will say I think looks spectacular up on the hill right there. I think that's a very cool spot for it. I really do. I like that windmill location quite a bit. Also looks like my forester has been out here working. So we have a bunch of trees planted, which is very good news for us. And I think honestly, the next thing I want to do is going to be to upgrade the mining pit. I want the deep mine in here so that we have that indefinite resource extraction. We have got 54 regional wealth. Perfect. Let's get this upgrade done so that it's we never run out of iron. That's going to be amazing, is what it's going to be. That's going to be so good for us. And I don't know if I've ever actually seen what the deep mine looks like. I'll be honest, I don't remember if I've ever actually done this. I'm sure I have. I'm sure at some point during the some of the first times I played this, I did this, but I really don't remember. We also have a building. Oh, this building needs maintenance apparently. Okay, well I don't know how much I believe that. It's under construction. That's not the same thing as maintenance at all, but sure, that's fine. We will, now that I think about it, we will probably need more families in here. I don't love that we only have 8 months of food, well, 7 months of food now, and I don't love that this still isn't all planted. So I think we're gonna potentially have a rough second winter ahead of us. There's definitely a possibility there. But at the very least, I think what we could do is maybe get ourselves, do I want to put more burgage plots in here? I kind of do. I like that they're a good size as well. I think that's quite cool. I'm going to put them in this direction though, to see if we can maybe, yeah, no, they're not really going to snap all that differently. Sure. Let's put 4 more burgage plots there. We can put those people to work in either the deep mine or in the smithy, which we do need to get up and running. So we'll get the smithy up and running. The bloomery needs people to get in there and working as well. And obviously we're going to need a ton of people for the farmhouse and also the windmill. But if we can solve food production, then we just need to scale it. And that's kind of the goal. Obviously we'll have these vegetable gardens kind of doing their thing as well. We'll go ahead and put some cabbages in the back of this one as well. We have the chickens back here. We actually can't do more chickens. We could do an animal pen. We will have to purchase the animals if we wanted to do that. So I think maybe we just save up and do more chickens. And then we could do some animal pens over this way if we wanted to. I don't think that would be the worst idea in the world. Or we could do an animal pen back here if we wanted to. I don't think that would be the worst idea in the world. But just diversifying the items that we have for food is going to be really important. I do think we will need to get some orchards for some of these guys. I think that's going to be really important. Clothing is going to be, we can either grow some crops and turn those into fabrics, or we could get sheep and get some wool. Beverages will be taverns, and taverns, we need breweries. Breweries, I think, are burgage plots. They will produce ale from malt. So it's a lot of steps for all the different things that these guys are going to want. And the goal, obviously, I mean, yes, we want to grow our little settlement here, but we have to keep in mind there are other factions, there's other lords on the map, there's bandits, and we want to expand into these other territories at some point. We need to build a militia at some point. So obviously, you know, I think based on what I'm looking at from this particular competitor, I think we're doing okay. These guys don't have that many burgage plots, which is fine. They have a lot of lumber lying around. A whole lot of logs just lying around there, which is very interesting. What is this? Oh, that is just one big burgage plot. Okay, they've definitely got bigger burgage plots than I do, but that's fine. These guys have gone for a bit more of a, yeah, again, some huge burgage plots in here. That one's an orchard, which is very interesting. They also have a church, which is fine. And then this guy, again, going for some huge burgage plots in here. I'm kind of feeling a little bit, self-conscious about the size of my burgage plots. I feel like everyone has a bigger burgage plot than I do, and I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, mine are doing fine. I've got plenty of people in here. I think I have more burgage plots than they do, but they definitely have bigger burgage plots than me. And, well, I don't know that I like that, basically, is what I don't know that I like that. That's fine. We'll conquer them eventually. It's not that big of a deal. Now, we could and probably should build a charcoal kiln at some point to refine firewood into charcoal, which gives us better fuel efficiency. I don't know if it's too early to do that, is the thing. I just don't know if it's too early. We are also going to need a malt house at some point, refine barley into malt. We're going to need a tannery to make leather. And the thing is, there are different types of fabrics, right, for different clothing items. So eventually, I think we do need a clothing variety. So that'll be interesting. We do have a clay furnace, which can turn clay into roof tiles, which I think are needed as well. But again, we do have an infinite clay source down here, so that's not a huge deal. We will absolutely get there. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Just because I'm a little bit intimidated by the size of my competitors' burgage plots, I think we're going to do this. We're going to put one big burgage plot in here just to fill up that space, because there's not a lot else I'm going to do with that space. And I just want to say that I have the biggest burgage plot, which I think I now do. I think that's bigger than any of theirs. And that's obviously important, right? It's obviously a big deal that we have a sizable burgage. We're going to move swiftly on, I think, is what we're going to do here. Oh, look at this. We got little trees growing down here around the forester. I don't know if I want to put, well, you know, I actually do want to put more people in the forester's hut. I love reforestation. I'm not going to lie. Like, we've cleared out so many trees from here, so much so that we're getting really close to the gatherers. So another little forester in there seems like a great idea. We are also harvesting now. So let's get someone working in the windmill, which is going to slow things down. We do need unassigned families for construction work, but I do think we have, do we have anyone unassigned right now? Maybe we don't need another forester. Maybe that was a little bit silly of me, just to kind of jump ahead with forestry. At the very least though, oh, I don't like that we're losing some stuff from the fields. At the very least, we should have some rye production here shortly. And then we should be able to turn it into bread down here at the bakery. And hopefully this is going to give us a really nice supply of food for the winter. We do only have 6 months of food, which is fine. We'll make it through winter with 6 months of food, but then spring isn't exactly, you know, spring is when you're out there, you know, sowing seeds. You're not out there harvesting. So hopefully the bread's going to give us a really nice little, I guess, kick is the word I'm looking for. I'm hoping for good things from that. Oh, that's painful. I don't love that it just sort of vanishes right there. We do have some rye in the farmhouse, which I think they thresh that into whatever. I'd like threshing to be a higher priority. I'm not going to lie. I'd really appreciate them turning that into something we can use a little bit sooner than later instead of going out there and doing whatever they're doing in the fields. But I don't know that we're going to get that luxury. I think we're just going to have to be patient and hope for the best. I will put another family to work in the farmhouse though, just to make sure that everything's good on that particular front. And gradually, as we get more people into the farmhouse, we will manage to sort out the fields that little bit quicker. And also, just what is that? Why have they just got a bunch of junk in their backyard? You know what? I'm not going to judge. They can do with their burgage plot whatever they want to do with their burgage plot. This burgage plot, though, we're going to expand a little bit. And then I guess these guys, do I want to give them chickens? I kind of do. I want to give these guys chickens, to be honest. I also think they could upgrade. I think they've already got their expansion, which is fine. We'll give them the chickens. The chickens are good. If we can get ourselves a bunch of eggs, that'll be amazing. And we can use those for food as well, which is what we're looking for. I think this place, I feel like this could be an orchard. Trees will take approximately 2 to 4 years to fully mature. I think an orchard here will be a great idea. So I think that's what we're going to do is we're going to start construction on an orchard right in the back of that burgage plot. This guy still isn't doing anything. All of this stuff is still in storage as well, which I really wish they would, really wish they'd get on with, you know, doing something with that rye. That'd be kind of great. We'll go ahead and put another family to work in the farmhouse and we'll just hope for the best and hope that whatever they're doing gets done that bit quicker. Sowing wheat, I guess, is what they're doing. Then over here is going to be fallow. Are they seriously? No, they're not. Well, we could put fences around this. Allows the use of a fallow field as a pasture, improving fertility restoration. We should look into that at some point. We absolutely should look into that at some point because, oh, there we go. Now we're getting some rye grain. And I'm assuming that's going to get transported to the windmill, right? Surely? That's hopefully someone does it. We get 16 of it here. Does it have to go to does it have to go to storage first? I don't think so. I think these guys might be coming up here with the rye grain. There we go. So now it gets turned into rye flour. And then from there, we can take it down to the bakery and hopefully turn it into food because we only have 4 months of food left. And that makes me really, really nervous. I don't like that at all. I do not even slightly like that. That has me really worried. Not a huge fan about the fact that we don't have a lot going on there. Now, When it comes to our orchard, we could do apples. We could do pears, which is a medium yield. Why are they more expensive? It takes about 4 years. Whatever they are is a low yield. Let's do apples. We'll do some apples, and I think that'll be great. We could also look at upgrading some of our burgage plots, since that's kind of a thing that we've been putting off here a little bit. So just while we're here, we'll go down the line. We'll upgrade a few of these guys, and that'll get us a bit more money, which is going to be good. We'll put cabbages in there and get an upgrade going. Get an upgrade going there as well, and an upgrade going there. And yes, the general residential requirements are going to go up for all of those plots, but it'll be nice to have some level 2 burgage plots in here regardless. So I don't mind too much that that's going to be a thing. We're also apparently a medium village now, which is great. And I mean, to be fair, these guys do look pretty good. They do. And apparently we're a large village now. Okay, we're speedrunning Manor Lords. Good. 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 We're making progress. I don't think there's anything else I can do in here right now. I think all of these are locked, so there's not too much for us to do. We probably should look into trade at some point. That is absolutely going to be something that we need to contend with, but for now I think we're okay. Also, in terms of food, how are we looking? We have 50 rye bread, which is great news. We have 45 mushrooms, 30 carp. We have no eggs. We have 1 eggs. Okay. That's it's better than no eggs, I guess, is how I'm going to choose to look at that. That's fine. We have some eggs. I do think getting more chicken coops in here would be a really good idea. I do think eggs can be a really, really good sort of reliable source of food. So I think we'll do another chicken coop right there. And I think since we have 3 unoccupied or unassigned families, we'll put 2 more into the farmhouse. That way, as soon as spring comes around, hopefully these fields get dealt with that little bit quicker. That's kind of the goal. I'm also relatively sure that everywhere we have is now occupied. So if we want more than the 23 families that we have, we are going to need more burgage plots, which we can totally do. I just want to make sure that food is okay. Fuel is doing fine. Food is, I'm a little about it. I'm a little worried about it. Tools as well. Now, hold on a second. So tools production is here. The bloomery is here. Are we making tools right now? It's kind of hard to tell, to be totally honest. We have no iron slabs. That's fine. I don't know what these guys are doing. I really have no idea if this is all up and running. It should be, but I don't know if it actually is. Anyway, I think we're doing okay. We survived our first winter. We have some farms up and going. We're surviving our second winter. So again, I think we're going to be okay. And so that's going to do us for today. I think we've made some good progress. Hopefully you do as well. Either way, this has been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.